Hello all. In 8th class biology, we are discussing cell, the basic unit of life. In the last video, we have seen the introduction of the cell. Now we are going to observe who discovered the cell, discovery of the cell. So cell is an important thing for our body. It is the basic structural and functional unit of our life. All the organisms are made up of cell. So now who discovered this cell? That we have to know. It was in the year 1665. A scientist named Robert Hooke. He is a British scientist. He is from British. He discovered cell. How did he find? He observed thin slices of cork. Cork is nothing but bark of a tree. So he observed thin slices of cork, that is bark of a oak tree. He went near the oak tree and he have cut the slices, thin slices of the bark of oak tree. Then he observed under the microscope. When he observed under the microscope, the cork, the bark, whatever he has taken from the oak tree, when he observed under the microscope, it resembled the structure of honeycomb. I think so you know how a honeycomb looks like, consisting empty spaces. So when he observed under the microscope, the structures were something like this. It was like a honeycomb. When he took the cork slices of oak tree and when observed under the microscope, he have seen this structure. It's looking like a honeycomb with all empty spaces. So he have seen this. Then Robert Hooke called these cavities as cells. Cavity is nothing but empty space. If you see here in this picture, you can see small cavities present. So he called this structure as cell. He named this structure as cell. As cell is a Latin word for little room. In Latin, little room, for little room, they used to call it as cell. As these structures are also looking like little rooms, he named it as cell. So, cell was first discovered by Robert Hooke in the year 1665. He is Robert Hooke, a Briton scientist. So, he named it as cell, as cell is a Latin word for little room. Now, if you want to also observe, then we can also do a small test. You can take a matchstick. Your matchstick will be like this. So, you can take a matchstick and you have to take this wooden part of the matchstick. Cut into thin slices, a very thin slices. You have to cut into very thin slices. Then you have to place it on a slide and observe under the microscope. Place it under the slide and observe under the microscope. Same whatever the structures Robert Hooke have seen, like this structure, in the same way you will be also finding the same structure when you observe under the microscope by using that matchstick. Here one more thing, you won't find anything inside the cell. Everything will be empty. Why? Because Robert Hooke took a dead cell. He took a dead cell and he observed. Cork, generally, bark is a dead cell. Okay, so that's why you will be finding only empty spaces. Inside the cell, we will be having few structures. But when Robert Hooke observed the cell, he did not find anything inside. He found only empty spaces. But actually, inside the cell, few other cell organelles or few materials will be present. But Robert Hooke observed the dead cell, that's why he did not find anything inside the cell. Now, from that time we were talking, place it on a slide, cover it with covered slip, observe under the microscope. So first you have to know how a slide looks. So this is a slide. So whenever you are doing an experiment and when you want to observe under the microscope, you have to use this slide. Any material which you want to observe, like this, you have to place it on the slide. Then you have to cover this material with the help of covered slip. Both these are made up of glass materials itself. So you have to take a slide. Slide means a rectangular glass piece where you have to place the material whatever you want to observe. Then you have to cover it with a covered slip. Why we are seeing with the microscope, why you have to observe under the microscope? Because you can't see cell, you can't observe cell by using our eyes. With the help of our eyes, you cannot observe the cell with the eyes. We need a special instrument to observe the cell, that is microscope. So that's why we have to place the material, whatever the material you want to observe, that material you have to place it on a slide. Then you have to cover it with this covered slip. To protect, you are covering it with covered slip. Then you have to observe under this microscope. So here, this top position is, I'll give you a brief structure of microscope. So this top position, we call it as eyepiece lens. Eyepiece lens. So eyepiece lens is nothing but, why we, for what purpose we use eyepiece lens is to look to look into the material. You have to use this eyepiece lens. Here your eye will be there. You have to keep your eye near eyepiece lens. From this only you have to look into the material whatever you want to observe. And this one is known as coarse focus. And this one is known as small one, fine focus. So if you want to focus the material whatever you want to observe to look properly, you have to focus the material with these two structures. You have to focus to see clearly. If you want to see clearly, then you have to focus this coarse focus and you have to use this fine focus. Then you have lens here. All these are lens of different capacity. You have a lens here. And next you have specimen. And here you have a specimen viewing stage. So here, down of this lens here, this black color, here you have to place your slide. The slide whatever you want, you should place here. The slide you have to place here. Then you have to see from this. To see the object clearly, you have to adjust this. Okay. Then next you have this mirror. This is nothing but illuminator. Why this illuminator is necessary? For the sunlight to fall here. Okay, for the light. If light is not present, clearly you cannot see the material, whatever you want to observe. So a mirror is placed here, an illuminator is placed here to observe, to get the light. So your eye should be here, Then to see the material clearly, you have to adjust these coarse focus and fine focus. Then these are the optical lens. Then here you have a stage where you have to keep your slide. Okay, then this is an illuminator which will give you which on which the light will be focused. It gives light to the material, then you can see properly. This is all about the material, whatever you required when you want to observe. So this is slide, this is cover slip, and this is microscope. Next, we are going to see our first experiment, very important experiment, that is observing an onion peel. Observing an onion peel. You see, Robert Hooke took one cell from oak tree, cork of oak tree, which is a dead cell. Okay, now here we are observing with onion peel. Onion peel, here it is a living cell. Onion peel is a living cell, and onion is obtained from plant. So it is a plant cell. Okay, observing an onion peel, we are observing onion peel. That means here onion peel is a living cell. It's not like dead cell which Robert Hooke observed, but it is a living cell. And where did we get onion from? We got from plant. So it is a plant cell. Now to observe onion cell under the microscope, what we have to do? First you have to peel an onion. On the onion you will be having a peel, you have to remove the peel. After removing the peel, suppose this is an onion. After removing the peel, you have to cut the onion into pieces. You have to cut and break into pieces. You have to make into pieces. Then you are going to notice a thin translucent layer or membrane. To the onion, you are going to notice a thin translucent layer or membrane. It is not a peel, but a whitish color translucent layer which is attached to the onion. A very thin translucent layer you will be noticing. Something it will be like this. Thin. It will be like a polythene cover, polythene paper. That much thin it will be there, and translucent it will be there. So that translucent membrane, we have to collect that translucent membrane. Then you have to take that membrane, spread it evenly on a slide. Just now you have seen slide. So you have to spread that translucent membrane on the slide. Then you have to cover it with cover slip. Then you have to observe under microscope. When you observe under microscope, you will be seeing these structures. You will be seeing these rectangular structures, which is nothing but onion cell. Rectangular structures. Okay. And here you can observe a dot like structure in this. But whatever the cell we have seen in Robert Hooke's experiment, in that you did not find anything but only empty spaces, because that was a dead cell. But now as we are observing living cell, we can see some round colored structures present in the cell. So we are going to see what are those structures. Listen, the outermost structure, what is this? Whatever it is here, this is known as cell wall. The outermost structure is cell wall, and this blue colored dot is nucleus. Nucleus. And inside you have a liquid like substance like this. A liquid substance, a fluid like material is present, which is known as cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. So I'll draw it and I'll show you. So like this rectangular structures will be present under the microscope. Okay, this outermost layer is known as cell wall. Cell wall. And this is a living cell. Living cell means inside few cell organelles will be present. So here a round structure is present. So this round structure is nucleus. And inside this round structure you have some fluid like material. This fluid like material is cytoplasm. So we have cell wall, outermost structure, round structure that is known as nucleus, and fluid like material which is present inside the cell is cytoplasm. If you carefully observe this onion cell, there is no space. All the cells are tightly packed. There is no space. All the cells are tightly packed. And the shape of the cells are rectangular. And if you observe the nucleus, suppose imagine this is a cell. Nucleus is present at the periphery. If you observe in any cell, mostly the nucleus is present at the periphery. That means nucleus is present to the sides. Periphery is nothing but sides. It is not present in the central region. It is present at the sides, at peripheral region. So what points you have to remember here? Onion peel cells are rectangular in shape, and the nucleus is present at periphery, that means side. Nucleus is present at periphery, sides, and one more thing is no space. There is no space to one cell and the other cell, tightly packed. So these 3 points you have to remember, and the labeling of the cell you have to remember, where cell wall is present, where nucleus is present, and where cytoplasm is present. So this is all about observing an onion peel. Onion is obtained from plant, so even we can say this is a plant cell. This is all about our today's class. Tomorrow in the next video we are going to continue another topic.